There was a political convention of sorts in Denver this weekend, a gathering of independents who face very steep odds but are worth watching.
It's my distinct honor to welcome all of you to the first ever Unite Summit of 2018. We have 43 independent candidates, 9 independent elected officials, over a dozen different political reform and minor party organizations joining us, about 250 participants from 35 states.
This weekend in Denver, Unite America, an organization dedicated to electing independents, endorsed 24 candidates in state legislative races, governorships, and the U.S. Senate.
It is the commitment in this room right now that has put this state and put this country on notice. We will not stand for your partisan politics anymore. We will not.
I think Americans want to solve problems, and I think Unite America is that vehicle to make this happen.
I think the two-party system served our country well for about 80 years, and it has not served our country well for the last 20 years.
It's also no secret displeasure, even disgust, with the major political parties runs high.
According to Gallup, 42% of registered voters identified as independent in 2017, up from the previous year.
For some people, that's a barrier. They're not quite sure what an independent might be. And for me, it means that I'm going to be representing you, not one of the parties. And I have to say the most frequent single response is a high five.
Unite America believes if it can help deliver a small coalition of nonpartisan office holders, those victories could deny both parties outright majorities and set the course for a national shift.
This could have a real impact, especially in the United States Senate, if you had 5, 6, 7 independent senators that voted as a bloc, and they could influence how the Senate and basically how the government went for quite some time.
And that's what independents can do so well. They can build bridges because they're not wrapped up in that partisan squalor.
And when you talk about priorities, we could tick off infrastructure, public education, Medicaid, heroin and opioid epidemic, all those things. But for me, it really centers on functioning government. If you don't have a government that can function well together, then why even take up these big issues?
We're doing this for the right reason, and there's a lot of really important things we need to accomplish, and so continue to be bold and be brave.
We've got one of the best ways, theory and practice, of changing the trajectory of American politics, and all of you are a part of making that happen.
They will tell us that we can't. But let me tell you this, just like you cannot create a movement, you cannot stop a movement whose time has come.